Welcome. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. Hopefully, you're having an absolutely wonderful evening. I know that I am excited to be here. I'm going to give everybody just a little bit of chance to jump on and get in here. I'm not going to be here very long, probably maximum 20 minutes or so. I'm going to go through some stuff relatively quick, cover some ideas about wealth building and some concepts around trading that you may or may not be familiar with. If you would like, I'd highly recommend that you go grab some friends to come and hang out, grab some people you want to tag in this and come and hang out with me for just a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to go over some information and maybe get your mind changed a little bit about trading. If I've invited you to come and join me in trading class, kind of really cool option that I'm going to share with you that's going to absolutely blow your mind. So this is being recorded. So if for some reason you can't be here for the entire 20 minutes, or if I said I owe you a recording, well, you're going to get this video and it's going to be recorded. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Feel free to connect here at the phone number below. Just shoot me a text. And I'm not going to keep you here very long. I'm going to run through. I'm going to talk about Forex. I'm going to talk about trading. I'm going to talk about some really cool other features that you may or may not be aware of. Feel free when you jump on just to drop some comments in the comment box. I should be able to see them over here. If not, if you have a general question while we're going through this, feel free to shoot me a text if you want to. If you're watching this on a computer and you want to shoot me a text, just text me the question. It'll pop up on my phone, and I'll do my best to try to multitask and answer the question all at the same time. Excited about that. Got a lot of good stuff going on this evening. Right after this, I'm going to go over and jump on one of our team trainings that we're actually going to go through a bunch of training talking about some of the stuff that I'm going to share with you here in just a minute. So absolutely excited about that. So let's jump right in here. So a little bit about me. If you don't know me, my name's Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist. I'm a coach. I love helping people make money online. And most recently, about 18 months ago, I started learning how to trade in the Forex market and absolutely fell in love with it. And as a result, nowadays, I left my full-time job in May a year ago. So I've been unemployed, if you want to call it that, or self-employed full-time since May of last year. Been trading. And if you've watched any of my timeline or see me on Instagram, you'll see that I have a lot of fun doing this. You know, there's some days I'll make a couple $100. There's some days I'll make a couple $1,000. And overall, my goal is to get to a point. Actually, we have a mentor that's working with us to help us get to $1 million a year trading. I'm excited to get there. It just takes time and a little bit of practice and patience and sitting in my hand. But most importantly, what really helped me was making the commitment to get plugged into an education platform, not just watching YouTube videos, right? But actually having feedback from live interactive feedback, from going to live classes, having real instructors that are actually actively trading in the market, that actually trade, that teach us, that we can have community forums. We can have, just like being in a classroom, right? It's just like being in a classroom. The educational platform is awesome. I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit. And I'm going to specifically talk to people who maybe just don't have time enough to learn how to trade. We'll talk about that as an option as well. So I'm going to jump right in this again. If you have any questions, feel free to text me the question, or you should be able to comment on the video. Hopefully it will pop up in the comments. Over here, there should be a little chat thingy somewhere over on the side. If you're actually watching this on the YouTube channel, if you're actually in the Facebook group, you should also be able to comment as well. So let's jump right into this. What is Forex? I'm going to bring it up on my screen. You guys know I love to screen share, so let's just keep it simple. So what is Forex trading? Forex trading is the buying and selling of global currencies. It's how individuals, businesses, and central banks and governments pay for the goods and services in other countries. Whether you buy a product in another currency or exchange cash to go on holiday, you're trading. So, for example, when I was in the Navy, I would go to, or anytime, anywhere you go. If you go to Mexico, you change U.S. dollars for pesos, right? So you go to Hong Kong, you trade the U.S. dollar for the Hong Kong dollar. You go to Australia, you trade the U.S. dollar for Australian dollar. If you go to Japan, you exchange it for yen. You're always trading money. If you go to the Philippines, you're trading it for pesos. And depending on what the exchange rate is at the time, you can get more. For example, I remember going to the Philippines one time, and it was like 11 pesos per the dollar. So you give them $1, they give you 11 pesos. And there's other times you go in where you would get 25 pesos for the dollar. So you could get a lot more pesos for less money. And depending on how you do that, and I figured out at the time, I didn't know this at the time, but I figured out at the time, depending on what the exchange rate is, a lot of times I could actually leave the Philippines or leave Hong Kong or leave Japan with more money than I went out and spent, because the exchange rate would change. And you walk into one of the banks and you simply change your money, or for pesos, or in the Philippines, I actually had a little exchange center right there as you left the naval base. You went outside, you walk over and you buy pesos, right? And you take the pesos and you go out in town and spend the pesos, and you keep them while you're there. And I did that at $20, $30 here. I made a little bit of extra money, which is cool, but I never, ever dawned on me that you can make thousands of dollars a day trading money, right? And it was just it's a really, really cool concept. So that's what Forex is, right? Forex is traded all around the world. It's an absolutely awesome deal. How is Forex traded? Basically, between key Forex exchanges, it's traded basically Sunday night through Friday night, 5 days a week. Crypto, we'll talk about that a little bit. The cool thing about the volume in the Forex volume, right? Forex is traded. Let me get back here to where I was at. Come on back to the screen. As you can see, Forex is traded according to Banks of International Settlements. Global Forex trading in 2019 averaged $6.6 trillion. It's a little over $7 trillion this year. And the average stock market was $553 billion. $553 billion is a huge difference in that. It's a huge difference between $606 trillion a day versus $553 billion a day. The Forex market is absolutely huge to be able to get in front of that. And of course, somebody's calling me and I can't talk right now because I'm on a live. So when we're doing, I'm pretty sure the live is working. Let me hit play on this. Yep, it is working. So hopefully, let me get back over here to what I was talking about. So on the Forex, according to Forex, which means it's a lot. It's a big market. So how do we take advantage of getting in front of the Forex? We're going to talk about that. Bitcoin, crypto. If you don't think the crypto market is huge, look at this. USDT crypto is Tethers, 48.1 billion. BTC, Bitcoin, 36.6 billion. USDC, 17.9 billion. Ethereum, 16.2 billion. Beyonce, 7, I think I said that right, 7.9 billion. Gala, 4.5 billion. SHIB, which has been really popular, 3.9 billion. DOT, 3.7 billion. KSM, 3.5 billion. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. If you think crypto is a fad, you're going to miss the boat. And I'm not talking tonight about buying Bitcoin and holding it. We're talking about trading it, right? We're talking about trading crypto, talking about trading Forex. One of the places you can learn to do that, of course, is in the Elevate education platform. If you're not enrolled in this, you're thinking, man, I'd like to learn how to trade. I'd like to get in and sit in. You can do this. We've got over 35 hours of live classes. They've got 100 hours of recorded classes. They've got a crypto academy. They've got a Forex academy. They've got schedules all week long. For example, this evening at 7 o'clock, they had the ladies crypto call from 7 to 8 o'clock. They had the ladies crypto call here in a little bit. At 9 o'clock, they've got Forex supply and demand. They've got it in Spanish. They've got it in French as well. They've got live chart analysis Friday morning at 8 o'clock. They've got Forex Advanced Spanish coming up at 7 p.m. on Friday. And you'll see this is Australian time up there because a lot of these instructors are actually in Australia. You've got back checking and testing homework in Spanish. You've got Enter the Matrix again on Sunday night or Sunday morning at 7 a.m. So there's going to be a class that can fit into just about anybody's schedule. So if you're thinking about trading, this platform is crazy affordable. It's only $997 a month. I'm kidding. That's how much, in my opinion, they should charge. The monthly tuition, there's no contracts. It's $179 a month to get in and learn how to do this. And if you pay attention, if you've got 3 to 5 hours a week that you can invest in these classes, you go through all the beginners basics classes, you get a notebook pen and you show up to class and you practice with a demo account somewhere in 60 to 90 days. You can open up a live account and you can start doing some cool stuff like trading gold. The gold is one of my most favorite things to trade. If you watch me, I'll post my earnings and my winnings every now and then up on the social media. So it's something, again, that if learning how to trade is exciting to you, let me hold on a second. Hey, I'm doing the live right now. I sent you the link. You should be able to jump on if you go to that link. So, being able to trade gold is something, and you can see all these indicators on here. Once you learn how to use the indicators, you go through class, you learn how to read the candles. There's Heikinaichi candles right here that I absolutely love. I love trading gold, and it all comes down to figuring out how that pair works, or how that indice, or how that product works. You can make quite a bit of money in a move in just a few minutes. In gold, there was a lot of money made right here. There's a lot of money made from this point down here, which was 6 o'clock tonight up to this point at 7:45. There was a bunch of money made trading gold. It went up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit, sort of went sideways. It's called ranging. Went up again, ranged a little bit, dropped a little bit, sort of went ranged a little bit, and went back up. And in that move right there, in that 1 hour and 45-minute move, there was a ton of money made. A bunch of people made a bunch of money in an hour and 45 minutes. If you entered that trade, you would have made a bunch of money. And again, learning how to trade, having time to trade. My favorite time to trade gold is between roughly 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the morning. That's when it's the most volatile. That's when it moves the most. And that's the majority of the time I can jump in and get a trade. So let's talk about this a little bit, right? Let's talk about the PAM account. So one thing let me back up a little bit. So you're sitting here saying, Forrest, I really don't have time to learn how to do this. I just don't have time to learn how to trade. I just don't have the aptitude to trade. I just don't have the patience to trade, whatever it is. Maybe you just don't want to get into the Forex market. You understand the power of the Forex market. You understand that I want to create wealth. You understand that if you can open a $100 trading account and you can grow it by $25 every day, just $25 every day, $25 every day, $25 every day. And you understand how to use a lot size, and you can grow that lot size as your account grows. And then it goes from $25 and it's $50. Then it's $100 a day, then it's $200 a day, then it's $1,000 a day, then it's $3,000 a day, and you're doing exactly the same activity. Just so you know, I'm going to throw this at you a little bit. There's traders that could have entered this trade right here with $1,000, right? They had $1,000 in their account. They open it up. They have a 0.01 lot size, which is basically a dime, right? A dime per thousand or dime per dollar. And they open it up and they let this trade run up here. They may have made, say, $300, right? That exact same $1,000 in this exact same move at a 1.0 lot size would have been $10,000, right? Give or take. And I'm just guessing. I don't know what the actual dollar amount is, but there's a huge difference in the exact same trade. So learning how to do that, right? Learning how to do that in that same hour and 45 minutes, one person would have made, say $100. Another person could have made $10,000 simply by moving a decimal point in what they call a lot size. And you learn that in class. It also has to do with risk and reward and setting your stop losses and all kinds of other things that come to play when you trade. You don't just open trade and set that out there. You want to set stop losses to reduce your risk of loss of money, right? And that's all based on your account size. It's all based on learning whether or not you're going to have risk management. And I know I said a lot. I'm not here to educate you on that. I'm just here to say how important it is to get an education, because if you try to do this by yourself, you're going to get your butt financially kicked, period, plain and simple, hands down. Get in front, get an education platform. If you don't want to enroll in Elevate, go find a good educator. There's tons of them out there that you can actually engage with. You can ask some questions with, that you're not just paying $3,000 or $4,000 for some YouTube course and you don't have any way to ask questions. Get in class, get enrolled, come and join the community. It's a lot of fun over here. So I'm going to get off the sales pitch on that. Why? If you don't have time to trade, I don't have time to trade, Forrest, we just don't get it. I don't have the patience, it's just not something that I want to do right now. I'm just not thinking about trading. Well, brokers, a majority of them, there's thousands of them, have what they call PAM accounts, as percentage allocation management modules. And simply what that is, and I'll go right to the definition here, which is really cool. It's a percentage allocation management module, also known as percentage allocation money management, or PAM, is a form of pooled money, Forex or crypto. An investor gets to allocate their money in a desired proportion to the qualified trader. So that's a definition of a PAM. Here's a really good one too. PAM account brokers or brokers offering PAM, percentage allocation money management, as management modules too, that conducts managed accounts on the behalf of the investor and performed by the account manager, meaning the individual investor has an opportunity to invest in your trading strategy without needing to trade yourself. Let me say this again, meaning the investor has the opportunity to invest without having to trade themselves. All trading processes is done by the account manager, while the investor receives a potential of the gains. So here's what I call, it's not only cheating off the smart kids, it's letting the smart kids do all the work, right? You give them the money, the smart kids do the trading, and you get paid for it. Very, very cool opportunity. So this is something I think is probably one of the coolest features that brokers have. Lots of brokers have them. When I pulled this page up, you can search PAM account online. You can Google it. It's nothing new. They've been around forever. There's a bunch of brokers that offer different types of PAM accounts. And some of them you have to have a lot of money. Some of them you start with a little. Some of them you start with a lot. It just depends on, and they all have different forms of payouts in terms of what is called a PAM account. And basically what a PAM account is, going back to saying the definition again, basically to put it in a simple word, we find a broker, right? We reach out to that broker. We open up an account with that broker, right? A trading account and a PAM account with that broker. We take our money, however much we want to put in there. And I always tell people you don't want to put more money in a PAM account than you can afford to light on fire, because again, there's no guarantee. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results in any. That's like the standard investment deal. If you don't have money to invest, don't spend your rent money, don't spend your laundry money, don't spend your gas money. If you don't have it to afford to invest, then don't invest it, right? That's money that you need to give that. So you invest it, you open the PAM account. The traders, the smart kids, the people with experience, they go out and trade, and they pay you a percentage of the wins, right? Very, very cool. So that is basically a PAM account. Go Google it, and there's PAM account, PAM account, PAM account. One of my favorite brokers, and these guys are actually brokers that I trade, actually do my gold trading with. The account that I saw earlier, open up an MT5 on my phone. They go in. I opened up a live trading account. I put some money in there, and I trade gold every day, and my account grows, and it's doing pretty decent. So I'm just going to leave that right there. That's on the trading side. Again, for those of you that don't want to learn how to do that don't want to spend the next 3 to 4 hours a day, or 3 to 4 hours a week, 5 hours a week for the next 18 months to learn how to do that, this is what a PAM account can do for you. And again, they trade Forex and crypto primarily. Absolutely cool. For the last 36 months, we're going to jump into this. I'm going to show you some performance reports for the last 36 months. And this is the reason I'm recommending Novatech as a PAM account. If it's something that you want to do, if you're thinking like, or maybe you're trading, maybe you're actively trading and you want to keep learning how to trade, but you want your money to work for you as well. That's what I did. So I opened a PAM account and I'm trading. So I'll take some of my trading money, put it over in a PAM account. I'm going to show you why this is important. So Novatech's been around going on 3 years, or going on 4 years. For the last 3.5 or so years, every single week, they have paid every single investor. They've got about 500,000 investors in their investment account. Their average payout is 3% a week. This is going to get funerific if you're watching this. Their average payout is 3% a week. Again, PAM accounts are nothing new. You can find any broker that you want to. I just like these guys because they have a very, very good record. So if you're thinking about, man, I'm trading, but I'm not really getting where I want to. I want the smart kids to trade for me. We can show you how to open a PAM account. It's very, very important that you do that. So moving on to the next step, right? Looking at why you should open a PAM account specifically with these guys. So I'm going to go into the performance reports. Keep me signed in here. Performance reports. So this is Novatech, right? They've paid out roughly 3% every week or every week for years. Every Friday, as a matter of fact, tomorrow is payday. If you want to call it ROI day, we get our ROIs. Last week was 3.08. The week prior to that, 3.1. The week prior to that, 3.26. The week prior to that, 3.01. The week prior to that, 2.85, 3.12, 3.64, 3.36, 3.19, 3.3, 3.27. What does the average savings account get, I don't know, in a year, right? What is the average trading account? What is the average investing account? They get like 12% a year. I just presented over 12% a month, right? 3.27, 4.03. 2.78, 3.14, 2.97, 3.06, 2.84, 1.38, 0.65. This is when Bitcoin just went crazy. It went and did a dive bomb. Still paid out 0.65%. Still paid out. Have not failed to pay their investors any week at all. So what does this mean when you open up a PAM account and they're averaging 3%? We're going to go over here to this Forex compounding calculator. This has absolutely nothing to do with Novatech. It's a calculator anybody can access. You can simply go to thecalculatorsite.com. You can look this up and you can start playing with some numbers depending on what you want to invest. And let's say that you started out with $1,000, right? You start out with $1,000. You open up your PAM account. You can do this with any investor. You need to find out what their average return is, what their win rate is, and what their agreements are, and how they pay out, and when they pay out, so on and so forth. But Novatech that say they've been averaging 3% a week. Again, past performance doesn't guarantee future results, or we can't guarantee you that. And let's say 18 months, they're paying out weekly, and let's hit the calculate button. It's already down here. So you'd be at $10,000. So basically the rule of thumb, compounding 3%, you're simply going to 10 times it in 18 months. $1,000, 18 months, $10,000. $10,000, 18 months, $100,000. $100,000, 18 months, $1 million, right? So that's really neat. You can put in a one-time investment of $1,000. The reason I'm pitching this is because it's very, very important. My goal, my mission, the thing that I want to do most importantly is to help people is to help 1,000 families create at least a six-figure annual passive income. Very, very easy opportunity to do here. We're looking at $8,300 a month. I'm going to show you how easy it is to get there. You could do a one-time investment of $7,000, right? 7,000. Let me look over here because I can't see what I'm doing. 7,000 compounded at, I'm going to put 36 months in here. That's 3 years, right? I'm going to hit calculate. So I'm at $704,000 in 3 years. Basically, in 3 years, that's going to put me right at $84,000 a month. But more importantly, when I come back here to the 18-month period, $7,000 one-time investment. You don't have to do anything else. You put it in there, and they've got a feature that they've just installed. It's auto compounding, so you don't have to do anything. That 18 months from now, you're going to be somewhere right around $8,400 a month. That's a six-figure a month. That's a six-figure annual passive income. It's $8,300 and some change, but that's a six-figure passive income right there in 18 months. But what if you don't have $7,000? Let's say you have $3,500 as a one-time investment, but you can come up with, say, $450 a month, right? Let's see what that comes out to, and you're just going to add $450 a month to that. Let's see, that puts you at $680,000. Pretty much the same deal. It's going to probably be 19 months. Yep, see, 19 months. I'm getting pretty good at this. 19 months. If you put $3,500 one-time investment or initial deposit, you take your car payment of $450 because you just paid off your car, and you put that in there. You now have created in 18 months, right? 18, 19 months, you have a six-figure passive income, and you can withdraw this money out anytime you want. There's no restrictions at all. You need some money to buy something, pull the money out. Maybe you have a mortgage that you want to pay off. You can start dumping a bunch of money on that mortgage. Let's say, for instance, talking about mortgages, one of my favorite things is go down and say you get a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. Home equity line of credit right now is right at 2.853% a year is their interest rate. You're going to way outperform that because you're doing 3% a week. Your payment back on that on your HELOC is going to be about $179. Let's change that to zero. And watch this. This is how you pay off your mortgage. You're now at $2 million in 36 months, right? But at 18 months, anywhere in here, you can start dumping money. Let's say you get to the 12-month period. You just did $20,000 on your HELOC. You just pay that HELOC off, or you can just keep paying it down and take $20,000 off of that. Take that down to $70,000. You're at $70,000. But now, anytime in here you want to start dumping money in that mortgage payment, you start paying off that mortgage. You could literally pay that mortgage off in 36 months because now you're at $2 million. And that's going to grow month after month after month after month. Your house is paid for, cars paid for, your HELOC's paid for, and you've got money. Again, past performance does not guarantee future results. But I challenge you, if you're thinking about getting into the trading market, if you're thinking about getting into learning how to trade Forex, if you're thinking about learning how to trade crypto, one is you've got to get enrolled in an education platform. If you're thinking like, dang, Forrest, I don't want to learn how to trade. It looks like fun. It looks like cool. I just don't have the patience. Then we need to get you set up with a PAM account. One way or another, you need to get in front of that $7.7 trillion Forex market. You need to get in front of that $70 billion crypto market. You need to put yourself in front of either one of those. And you either need to learn how to put yourself in front of that money by learning how to trade, or you need to let the smart kids, the experts, trade for you and take advantage of a PAM account. Either way, reach out to me if that's something you think that you want to do, and I'll get you started on either one of those platforms. I love you. I appreciate you. Have an absolutely awesome weekend. I know I'm going to jump over to this other training here right now and learn about how to move crypto around. It's going to be absolutely cool. I love you. I appreciate you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'm on a mission to help you make a lot of money, and I hope you let me do that. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.